Welcome everyone to the November 4th Chesapeake Rotary Club meeting. Dudley Miles, could you lead us in prayer, please?
I'll be happy to do so. Will you pray with me? Lord, we're grateful for the blessings you so richly provide each of us every single day. Help us remember those blessings as we go through tough times for folks around us. Help us, Lord, to see things as you would see them, not necessarily from our narrow, restricted view. We understand there are lots of ways to look at issues. We want to see them through your eyes. Now, would you kindly bless this food, our body, us to your service, and keep us ever mindful of the deeds above. For it's in your name we pray.
Amen. Brett Nielsen, could you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Chris Thomas, four-way test, please.
Sure, please show me the four-way test of the things we think, say, or do.
First, is it the truth? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned?
And have fun.
There you go. Sergeant at Arms, as he's pondering and looking around.
Welcome, everyone. I don't know that we have any guests here today. I don't see any. Okay. Happy Bucks. Anybody having anything good going on? Any pollsters in the room that have done a great job?
I'll be happy when we get results.
Yeah, it was. I was up until 2 o'clock this morning. I just couldn't go to bed. But anyway, it was certainly different than had been predicted. So anyone, happy Bucks? If not, back to Jonathan.
Just one quick announcement for those of you who do not know. This is the district meetings are this Saturday down at Virginia Beach oceanfront. There is, I believe, Janet, where are you? Oh, where was that page you were talking about for donating to the food bank?
Scroll down, there's a link to the food bank. Right where you should be, and I'll scroll down, there's a process, these individuals who donate directly to the food bank.
All right, so just look up the Rotary District Conference website and look for that donating button to the food bank. Feel free to donate to that. I just wanted to throw that out there. The attendance is usually for these meetings, you have to sign up in advance, but there are going to be some activities and some meetings and programs that are done over Zoom. So if anybody is interested in doing that, I believe you can still sign up for the Zoom meetings at this point in time. Other than that, today is our club day, so we don't have a formal speaker, but we do have a very important speaker. Henry Thrasher is going to talk to us today about the Rotary Foundation. Henry, take it away.
I have a little bit of a frog in my throat today, so hopefully it doesn't get in the way. The Rotary Foundation was set up by Rotary International in 1970. It's a separate 501c3 foundation. Rotary Navigator, which is rates all charities, has rated it the best in the top rank for 11 years straight. What the Rotary Foundation does is that it gives various grants. I'm going to talk about some statistics in 2018. It gave about $36.6 million to preventing disease, $18.7 million to providing clean water, $11 million to support education, $10.5 million for growing local economies, $7.2 million saving mothers and children, and $3.5 million for promoting peace. And what I thought I'd do is Tom Dana has gotten some grants from the foundation for his various programs in Central America, and I thought I'd have him come up and talk about his programs for a minute.
All right, thank you very much. So, give you a little bit of history on Rotary grants. And international is obviously one of our missions as Rotarians to participate in some international affairs. Our club has been instrumental in getting 2 Rotary Foundation grants. The first one was probably 5 or 6 years ago. We were able to leverage our money with the district and a couple of other clubs, and had let's see, I think that one was a $35,000. No, that one was a $50,000 grant, and we were able to buy a 18-passenger van for orphan helpers. Orphan helpers is based out of Newport News. However, they work in El Salvador and Honduras with kids in the orphanages and detention centers. So we were able to buy them a van and also get set up 2 computer labs, one in the girls' detention center, one in the boys' detention center. And both of those are still in operation. Excuse me. 2 years ago, we ended up with doing a $38,000 grant and set up, bought bakery equipment, set up a beautiful training room in the boys' detention center where they will learn how to do baking, and gives these kids an opportunity to learn some type of skill. We are currently working on a 3rd Rotary Foundation grant, this one for $48,000. Our club and other clubs locally need to raise $12,000. Then we go to the district, and then that money is leveraged. We're trying to get $48,000 to help Nehemiah University, which is outside of San Salvador in El Salvador. This small university provides free education to poor kids, and so we're trying to raise the money to get some computers and equipment for that organization. They also work with they allow the community to come onto their campus and use the library on weekends. So they do a lot of good work in that location. So we need a couple more clubs. If you have friends in some other clubs, you might ask them if they would like to participate with us, so we can raise that $12,000. But anyway, so that's what we're working on now. We're in the process of doing that. We hope to finalize that sometime here in the next several months. And I guess that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. I thought what I'd do if we get the computer to work right is, let's see, where we hit spacebar. I have about 3 short videos. They run about 2 to 3 minutes each. What do we have to do for this to work? Sure, went to sleep.
What'd you do, man? What's your pin, Chuck? 666. No. Here.
Or no. I should promise 12.
Yes, sir. You want me to tip play? You ready?
Yeah. First one we're going to do is called, there it is.
Can everybody hear that, or do you want me to put the...
few more. Let's see what we can do. Where's the backs moving to?
Escape.
Escape? Yeah. And then go here. I've got to, they move this every time, so I have to. There it is. One more. They change these every day, so they don't come up in the same order. This will be the last one.
was new at that time, and I was thinking, why compare it with the Western team? The Ukrainian team would have no chances for survival. So sad story with mother when she understands her child could die. We are trying to encourage the mother to be more optimistic. We are able to help. We were brought by Rotary. That was 20 years ago. That was open the door for our success. Can you imagine the extreme after the delivery? I'm telling mother, operation is done, everything is good, and she's living.
That was 3 short films that gives us an idea of what Rotary International, plus what Tom Dana told us, what Rotary International does in the world with the money that they get from the foundation. So how does a foundation get its money? And here are the ways you can give. First, we have the Paul Harris Scholarship, as many people in our club already have. How many people have a Paul Harris? We've seen almost everyone has a Paul Harris. Paul Harris, when you give $1,000 to the foundation, they recognize you as a Paul Harris donor. You get a medallion and a plaque to go with that. A lot of people, they do an annual donation of usually it's a minimum of $100, or through our club you can do it and add it to your quarterly bill. Some people do 25, some people do 50, some people do $100 a quarter. And when you get up to 1,000, then you get a Paul Harris. You can get a multiple Paul Harris. A couple of us in the club, I think Tom Bain and I, Paul Harris +9, and some other people are pretty high up. The next level you can go, well, it's not really a level, it's another thing you can do. You can be a benefactor. What you do there is you sign a pledge to give $1,000 when you pass away to the Rotary Foundation, and that makes you a benefactor. The next one's the Paul Harris Society. That's a couple of us in the club. We give $1,000 a year, and that qualifies us to be in the Paul Harris Society. Next level is a major donor. There are a couple of people in the club that are major donors. If you give a gift of $1,000, it can be over time. You qualify as a major donor. And there's a Bequest Society, which is where you gift $10,000 upon your death to the Rotary Foundation. As I said, it's Charity Navigator is rated as the highest charity, with the highest rating for charity in the world. Are there any questions on, well, there is another program we have in our club. If you pledge $500, the club will match $500 and you can get a Paul Harris Fellow. Are there any questions? Yes.
Can't you also just win football pool consistent?
Got nothing to do with the foundation.
You're going to do it to win it.
Yeah, donate your winnings.
Donate your winnings this year?
Yeah, that's
I
right.
didn't have any question there to that.
Yeah. I think you go automatically get a Paul Harris Fellow if you win.
Yeah.
Henry, we still partner with
Bill Gates or other?
It's my understanding for Polio Plus, I didn't talk about Polio Plus because I wasn't sure how much time I'd have. Polio Plus, Rotary, which started in 1988, Rotary started it. And in recent years, they've partnered with Bill Gates, and he did a matching up to, I think it's $500 million or $1 billion a few years ago. And they've also partnered with WHO, World Health Organization. And they're going to various countries and doing the vaccinations. It's my understanding there's only 2 countries left that have the wild polio virus, and that's Pakistan and Afghanistan. Recently, Nigeria had 3 years free of wild virus, so those are the only 2 left. Any other questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Henry. We appreciate the presentation. Always good to know what the foundation does and what a good cause it is for us. If anybody has the opportunity to donate, strongly encourage it, or simply win the football pool like Jeff is talking about. Next week, we have Al Alexander coming to speak to us from the New Chesapeake Men for Progress Education Foundation. Then we've got our own Bill Pollard, who's going to be in here the following week to do a Rotary Jeopardy, which ought to be interesting. But heard it's fun, so we've invited Bill to come do that. And then the last week, we will not be meeting due to the Thanksgiving holiday. So, if there is nothing else for the good of Rotary, we're adjourned. Board meeting afterwards, though. So.
How are we on codes for kids?
What's that?
How are we on codes for kids?
Well, that's something we were going to discuss at the board meeting, but just so the general folks know, since actually most of us are going to be in the board meeting, we've done okay. I mean, I've got some figures. Let me go grab them real quick.